We are becoming a nation of bullies and the bullied. Just this week, we saw anti-vaxxers chasing parents outside of schools in California.
He's going to be traumatized because you put that mask on him and you don't let him breathe freely. You're traumatized.
That's my choice.
Yeah, well,
that's my choice.
Yeah,
you better respect my choice too.
You're propagandized. You're not being told the truth.
And flipping over a COVID testing site in New York. And you've seen school board meetings descend into chaos.
We know who you are. We know who you are. You can leave freely, but we will find you, and we know you will never be allowed in public again.
We lived for 4 days. No.
With so many teachers and school administrators harassed over mask mandates and other COVID restrictions, the Justice Department announced it would try to address this madness, but some in the GOP are all but pumping their fists in favor of the bullies enabling them by telling the lie that the FBI is coming after parents.
Practically every day brings new reports about this administration weaponizing the federal bureaucracy to go after political opponents. Frankly, I don't think we've ever seen anything like it in American history. I mean, for those of us who missed the McCarthy era, I guess this president is intent on bringing it to us.
People have the right to say what they want at school board meetings, but much of this disturbing behavior is going unpunished, which is why it continues. And Republican lawmakers know where these tactics are coming from. Some of them are experiencing it firsthand.
So the bottom line is, I took the vaccine, I've had it, it kicks your butt. If you hadn't had the vaccine, you ought to think about getting it, because if you're my age, I didn't tell you to get it, you ought to think about it. Well, I'm glad I got it. 92% of the people in the hospitals in South Carolina are unvaccinated.
Oh my God.
True.
Lies.
So I'm with you.
Senator Lindsey Graham, who you saw in that video, is no stranger to this behavior. Remember what happened at the airport in the days after January 6th when Graham dared to criticize Trump for his role in the insurrection.
Lindsey Graham, you are a traitor to the country. You know it was rigged. You know it was rigged. You know it was rigged. You garbage human being. It's going to be like this forever, wherever you go for the rest of your life.
January 6th is another perfect example of the bullies facing few consequences for their actions. Many of the rioters are getting off with light sentences despite video evidence of an attempted coup.
Where is Pence?
Bring Pence out!
Where is Pence? Where is Pence?
Bring him out!
Even former Vice President Mike Pence, who was chased around the Capitol to the chants of "Hang Mike Pence," is brushing off what happened that day.
I know the media wants to distract from the Biden administration's failed agenda by focusing on one day in January. They want to use that one day to try and demean the character and intentions of 74 million Americans.
Tell me it's a cult without saying it's a cult. It's almost like we are playing Trump cult bingo.
Who won the election in Arizona? Donald Trump?
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know who won. I have that on my bingo card, too. For the most part, Republicans have decided they will not cooperate with the committee investigating January 6th. That's despite a growing mountain of evidence, some released by the Senate Judiciary Committee this week, alleging Trump and his top aides tried to bully Justice Department officials into investigating bogus claims of voter fraud. Some prominent Trump allies, like Steve Bannon, are vowing they won't comply with subpoenas to testify. Bannon sounds like he wants to pull a Thelma and Louise with the My Pillow guy, Mike Lindell.
We control this country. We got to start acting like it. And one way we're going to act like it, we're not going to have 4,000 ready to go. We're going to have 20,000 ready to go. The return of Trump, and it ain't going to be in 2024. It's going to be in 2022 or maybe before.
There they go, over the cliff. Now, if Bannon can defy a subpoena while spouting batshit crazy nonsense on his disinformation podcast, if many of the insurrectionists can storm the Capitol and walk away with a slap on the wrist, if the bullies and their enablers can continue to gaslight us with their lies about horse paste and bamboo ballots, then no wonder the bully in chief is plotting his comeback. It sounds like he's just getting warmed up. Did you see him on Hannity talking about the Haitian migrants?
Hundreds of thousands. So hundreds of thousands of people are coming into our country. And if you look at the stats, if you look at the numbers, if you look at just take a look at what's happening in Haiti, a tremendous problem with AIDS. Many of those people will probably have AIDS, and they're coming into our country, and we don't do anything about it. We let everybody come in. Sean, it's like a death wish. It's like a death wish for our country.
First of all, Trump is lying, and Hannity is enabling him. Haiti once had a problem controlling the AIDS virus, but it is on the decline there. Not that the facts really matter to him. And by the way, Trump has made these kinds of remarks about Haitian migrants before, back in 2017, according to the New York Times. At the time, the White House, of course, denied he said it. But make no mistake, Trump is still bullying with racist tropes, just like he did when he called Mexican immigrants rapists, and just like when he tried to ban Muslims coming into this country. It's twisted and it's evil. I'm sorry, you can't listen to what he just said about the Haitian migrants and say that's not evil. Trump is scheduled to hold yet another rally with top GOP lawmakers in Iowa this evening. And these politicians have to ask themselves, why are you sharing the stage with that man after what he just said about Haitian migrants and what he did to this country on January 6th? When you do stand next to him, ask yourself, can you feel the darkness that fills his soul, filling yours too? It feels cold, doesn't it? In Trump world, they're calling it Make America Great Again, again. If it sounds like a bad sequel, we can only imagine what the closing scene of that sequel looks like. On Inauguration Day 2025, if Trump returns to power, which flags will the bullies drape across the Capitol? Ours or his?